support, creating a system where we can support each region. We're limited, as you know, all of us are in schools and districts, with our resources and how we train and get everyone up to speed. So we've got a very short PowerPoint that we want to connect to you all with. Your ERDs recommended your names to us in that we to start this process. So we basically have 2 to 3 people from each region, and creating a team that will front load the process today, give you a recorded link session to watch on your own when your schedule allows, and then follow up with questions, and then we've scheduled a face-to-face for the first module. So let's go ahead and jump into the PowerPoint now, and we'll get it started. Okay, goals for the regional leadership team. You can read these with where you are on your screen, but we want to build capacity within each region regarding CIITS. We want to take a team approach in developing a PDSA, and what we mean by that is the PDSA, you all will contribute to that through this call, through the next conference call, and then each face-to-face session. Our folks between Tara and myself, Tara will be the point person to help capture what we work on as we try to continuously improve. It'll take us a period of time to get through a PDSA because of how we've got it structured and throughout this over the next several months, but we think it can really help for some continuous improvement. We want to meet the needs of priority schools through the training, communication, in order to facilitate effective integration. We want leadership team members to share what they've learned through face-to-face sessions during regional meetings to help with the ER staff stay connected. So let me just kind of really put that into some more English for all of us, for some connections. We really want you to take what you have learned through this call and the continuing face-to-face sessions to support your school and district with where you are on the ground every day. And then when it is appropriate, when you have your regional meetings, carve out some time on your agenda. We've already connected with the ERDs, with the point people, to take 20, 30 minutes and share what you've learned from each session and what's happening, just to keep things connected. So we're not asking you to take what you've learned through this process and then train everyone, but we will ask that you help make some connections through co-ops, through district teams, school teams, and then as we move into the summer. And let me make another connection that we're also in starting the organization, the planning for a convening next June to follow up on lessons learned regarding PGS. And guess what the connections will need to be even stronger on? CIITS. So we need to make sure that that's happening, and we need to start now. So we have to start where we are. Okay, next slide. A linked recording. The purpose of this call, again, was really threefold. Our overall goals, our purpose, really to also share with you a linked recording. It's about 52 minutes in length and allow you to watch on your own when your schedule allows. And then we'll follow up with a second conference call to take any questions, some connections. One caution I would give you about this linked recording is it is 52 minutes, and there's about 4 places inside that recording where it becomes perhaps maybe hard to understand, or a long pause, maybe 10 to 20 seconds. So just make a note of that we had technical difficulties, and we're having those today in some districts and even at the agency with internet outages, and that happened when this recording was made. So please make a note of that. Overall, the recording is very good in terms of content and some connections, so we think it will be helpful. In the recording that you will watch, the 52-minute recording, it covers these 4 modules: the classroom, assessment, school and district data, and EDS. So be mindful about that, and then be able to just collect your questions. Nothing too formal, other than just be prepared to share what your questions are and what connections we need to make on the next conference call between now and then. And our next steps. Invitation to a conference call on October 14th. That will be sent to you all. Please note that the conference calls and training invitations are Eastern Standard Time. Between now and October 14th, please watch the link recording that we just referenced in the previous slide. Make note of questions to ask during the 14th call. And then our first face-to-face training on October 31st will cover professional learning and EDS. You also need to make sure you bring your Halloween costumes, because we'll have a contest to have who might be the most creative person. So, we're going to have kind of roll that process in there too. So just make notes of all those pieces. The next conference call we don't think will take any longer than it is today, but we also want to make sure that we're being effective with messaging and content and with support. Okay, pretty short, pretty simple, but now I kind of want to open it up to see if anyone has any questions before we end the call and then move forward from here. So Tara's going to unmute, I think, try to do that with everyone who's on the call, on the link session. So bear with us just a moment.
It should be unmuted.
Okay. Anyone have any questions about that PowerPoint, about our purpose, or our goals?
So basically, we just need to go through the PowerPoint and the link, the 52-minute link thing, and that's for the next conference call?
Yes, that's exactly right, Sally. Just please, at your leisure, view that link session, that 52-minute session, review that PowerPoint. Tara's going to send out another calendar invite for October 14th, and so really, those are the two things that you need to do between now and the 14th, is view that link session, that 52-minute session, and then what questions, be prepared to share out what questions that you have before October 31st.
Jason, can I jump in there and share just a little bit of kind of where I'm coming from and hopefully what role I'll play in that a little bit?
Absolutely. Thank you. I meant to do that, and I apologize, but please go ahead and do that, Brandy.
Okay. I am the strategic lead on progress monitoring and the gap plan on the Commissioner's Delivery Unit. And so the way that we kind of is that CIITS will be the place where we progress monitor. In that, I have been to a couple of CIITS trainings over the last couple months, and I'm in close contact with Christina Boatwright, who is in the professional learning branch, and she is, we're working together to try to give you what you need in CIITS. So we have had some discussion around some use reports that we may think that may help your work, and how schools can make those practices, what data they need to be looking at. And just like today, Amy came with a question about seeing grass and that sort of thing. So I'm going to, Jason, you may have a different process that you want to do for this, but as Christine and I were talking this morning about planning that session, we really want to be seen as a kind of a question and answer. So if you all want to send those, some questions to me that you have immediately around CIITS, Christine and I will try to get those questions answered immediately. I know that it can be frustrating for teachers trying to implement this and do what we're asking them to do, but they're not sure how to implement something, or something that's giving them a hard time. If it's something that's going to take us a little bit, I'll get back with you and let you know that. But probably if you're asking it, somebody else is asking it too. So it may be something we can clear up with a real quick screenshot. This is how you do that. Christine is totally in and helping us try to eliminate these barriers. The face-to-face meeting, we've had some discussion about that on Thursday. We'll open up with some of those parking lot type issues and try to address those throughout the day. So if it's not something you need immediate assistance or feedback on, just plan on bringing that on the 31st, and we'll kind of walk through some of those issues. But the 31st is going to be the PD planner. The reason that we did PD planner first is so that you can be tracking who you're training, and we can be tracking who we're training, so that we can provide that back to the commissioner about how this is rolling out. So I think that it will be very effective for us to be able to get your input from the field about how CIITS can help you. So that's kind of the role I'm playing in this rollout. So it's kind of twofold, getting that out to the schools, but then also a two-way communication to help us eliminate those barriers that teachers and you as the ER staff are experiencing with CIITS.
Brandy, thanks for sharing that. Just to add to what, or another connection, we all know that the more that we can integrate processes, we know that we can be more effective. And to add to what Brandy had mentioned, we have 3 different divisions inside 3 different offices, 2 offices that are working together on this rollout, if you will. So we have some plans and goals that we have to monitor and implement from the agency perspective, and we can't do that without getting folks connected. And obviously, we all know where District 180 and Kelly's office come into play with that. So this is where we're starting. So we've got tremendous support and people on board to help make this happen and support. So if you have questions about technical kinds of things, just people getting connected or content or what have you, we can help. So no question's a bad question. So please know that, and know that we've got a good cross section of people that are trying to keep things in the know and work with you all. So we appreciate your willingness to be part of this. We hope to make it very effective, very efficient, and be very timely with our feedback for support. Anybody else have any questions or clarifications?
Who wants to know what time the October 14th conference call is?
What time, did you say what time the call?
Yeah, on the 14th. I think it's at 1.
Let me see if I can.
Tara's looking right now.
That's what's on my calendar.
Okay.
Maybe it is. I don't remember really.
Okay.
I think you put it on your calendar too. Let's see.
1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 1 o'clock on the 14th. That's Eastern time, 1 o'clock. Any other questions or clarifications? Okay. Another reminder, invitation for the 14th. Those pieces, we'll connect on all of those with everyone. You'll get the link, this recorded session, the PowerPoint, and then the overview, the 52-minute overview. You'll get that. So if you have any issues or anything with that comes up, please let Tara know. Brandy's there for support, questions. Brandy mentioned questions. That is more than fine. We want to make sure that we're as effective as we can be. So thank you for your time today, and we appreciate everyone's being on this on the session.
Bye, everybody.